1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony, until one day a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I had to get in a stream quickly for you guys for 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to all my American friends, all the members of the channel, and welcome. I have not flown. We did Kelowna to Portland a couple weeks back in the 319, and we buttered it into Portland, but we haven't really done a lot of jazz CRJ stuff to Vancouver especially, and it's also been a while since I've flown to Vancouver on stream in general, so I really miss it, and it's obviously always a pleasure flying into Vancouver. It's a beautiful West Coast area. I love the West Coast. I love Vancouver, and we're in the updated CRJ version 2.1.10, and having spoken to SimCFI, he said actually make your sensitivities bring it down. So it was originally 15 and I made it like 4 or 5 now or something like that. just to have a little bit of sensitivity there, but it's pretty much almost default because it's the new flight model, and everything to make it sort of realistic feeling, so to speak, has already been incorporated into the base flight model, so we don't really need to mess with the sensitivities that much. But yeah, welcome guys. SimCFI said, wish I could watch, but I'm heading to Fredericton. I'm guessing that's what you mean by Freddy. Safe flight, my friend. He's flying the RJ in real life, so go check out his channel if you want to learn how to fly this bad boy professionally. If you want to just have fun and watch me struggle to fly this bad boy, well, I shouldn't diminish my efforts. I should give myself a little bit more credit, but unprofessionally, quote unquote, watch my stream. But yeah, welcome guys, and I'm gonna hop in and get it started. There is no VATSIM online, so I'm hoping for a nice chilled flight in the Jazz. We have Salt Lake Center online, but that's not applicable to us, so we're good to go there. Oops, my camera's not on the vertical stream. There I am. Hello, hello. Do hit that like button if you're enjoying the content, and do hit that like button in the vertical stream as well by double tapping your screen. I'd really appreciate it, guys. And yeah, so look at this beautiful Portland, Oregon. We got the payware scenery as well. I forgot what it was called. It's in the title. Let's see. What was the scenery called again? Anyways, I'll check it after, but it's in the description. And of course, we got the FSimStudios scenery for Vancouver Airport as well. Oh, we missed this guy's landing. Alright, let's hop in and get it started, guys. So, first things first, I'm going to turn on my electronic flight bag. And I'm going to go to my flight plan, and I'm going to import it from SimBrief. And it's giving us direct battleground VOR. When I was just checking that route before we went live. And I'm actually going to forego that. I'm not going to fly to battleground because that's right by the airport pretty much. So if I go to charts, origin, go over here, use FMS flight plan, import EFB, which we've already done. Okay, cool. We'll refresh the weather to make sure we got the latest. Let's go origin. Shouldn't this automatically destination? No. Okay, so I'll do it manually. That's fine. Origin KPDX. Enter. Go here. 10.9 will pin the 10.9 airport chart. Let me just turn up the sounds of the sim a little bit. Again, happy 4th of July to my American friends. Welcome, welcome, guys. We'll go to SID. So I chose the Portland 2 departure. That's the one that's kind of applicable to us. So SimBrief didn't give me any standard instrument departure. However, they did say fly direct battleground VOR, and I really don't see the point of that. So we're going to be taking off towards 28 left, which is right here. So we're going to taxi via Bravo and take off to the west. So in that case, I'm basically going this way, MSA 3500. So since we have the Seattle Vortex that we are going to fly over as part of our flight plan, I'm not gonna go over battleground. So I'm just gonna go take off, give ourselves vectors to Seattle, and then we'll join the SID from there, or the star to Vancouver. So that is kind of our general plan, and we'll see how it goes. Now, let's see, we can go, so we did the flight plan, and we're gonna let's go to the ground services, aircraft. We'll go, so let's see, the trucks are in place, beautiful. We're gonna open the doors, open all the cargo doors, and hell, I'll even open the aft cargo. We'll get it all opened up, and we'll go to GSX, request boarding. Technically, I'm supposed to turn on the APU and make sure we have some proper conditioned air for the passengers, but let's pretend we're brutal pilots here. We don't care about the weather. We don't care about passenger comfort here at Jazz. Sorry, here at Virtual Jazz, not the real Jazz. Fishgun Fitness says, CFI, shout out to you, bro. This bird is super fire now. Thanks for all your hard work. Yes, sir. CFI has been a gem in the flight sim community. Basically made everyone want to fly this bad boy. Before CFI showed up, everyone kind of did their own things, and a lot of people were scared to fly this, but He pretty much made this aircraft, I guess, more mainstream, if you want to call it that. So thank you to all his efforts. He spent like countless hours. Like he took me through everything that he reviewed with Hans, the developer, and stuff. And the amount of effort he put into this is crazy. So do support his channel, and obviously he's giving you his coupon codes for his contrail products and stuff like that, and whatever you guys can do to support him, please do so. He's a good friend of mine from Toronto in real life, and yeah, shout out to SimCFI. So passengers are going to come board the unconditioned dead air hot cabin, and never mind that. So we're going to go over here and we're going to turn on our battery. Let's make sure the ground power is actually connected, which it is. We're going to go battery, and let's go ahead and turn on our AC power to the aircraft. Good. And that's going to bring it alive, and we're going to go nav lights on, ding dong. And we got the Boris Audio Works as well. I forgot to put that in the title, but we do have the Boris Audio Works sound pack for this aircraft. Alt enter, because sometimes my sim behaves unexpectedly. We're gonna go emergency lights to arm, and we're gonna go no smoking to, we'll turn it on. Beautiful. We're good over here, and there's a whole bunch of originating tests like fire detection and all that. We'll leave that to the professional. We'll go over here and check only the stuff we need to get this bird off the ground, and I'm going to go ahead and energize the 3A hydraulic pump, which is the fully electric pump. So 1 and 2 are electric as well, but they're part of engine 1 and 2 system. 3 is a standalone, and we're going to go on, and the rest are auto, and that'll allow us to get some hydraulic pressure and set our trim for takeoff and all that good stuff. In terms of the landing elevation, let's see, in Vancouver, it should be sea level, right? I'm expecting it to be sea level. Yeah, 13 feet, so we're not gonna worry about the pressurization. So landing elevation, we'll call it 0. That's cool. And then we're pretty much good up here. I mean, I could turn on the packs now, but I could also do it later. That's fine. You know what? Let's go ahead and turn it now. And recirc fans, turn that on. Good. So I'm good up there. And let's go over here. Make sure our nose wheel steering is off, which it is. And everything else in the correct position. Anti-skid is armed. Good. And I'm going to go over here. Let's see, we can, now I think there was an issue with the yaw damper where it's on or it's off, but it won't tell us that it's off, something like that. And then autopilot won't engage without it, if I recall correctly. So first I'm going to do the IRS's, nav. We'll go, hopefully we can do this now, stab trim. And we'll go mock trim. Let's see. So, is the yaw damper on or off? Yaw damper. Let's see. Do I get any CAS messages for yaw damper off? Let's see. CAS. Okay, so yaw damper is off. I guess now it should be on. I know there was something with this. So right now it shows it off. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. If we can't get our autopilot turned on, then that's going to be a problem. Hopefully you guys in chat can help me with that little bugaboo. I'll try it one more time. Can we go disconnect and then re-engage? I don't really want to mess with this thing. Let's see. Yeah, I really don't want to mess with it. We'll try it now. No, okay. It might be a CAS message bug. But anyways, we'll keep that in mind for now. And again, CFI is busy flying in real life, so he's not going to be able to help us. So it's all us today, guys. I did get a squawk code, preliminary squawk code from Auto ATC. It is 3566, and I'm just going to enter in the box now before I forget. Let's see, radio 3566. But we won't turn it on quite yet. We'll go index, status, nav database is good till 10th of July, so that's good to go. And there were some preliminary things that CFI does. So FMS control is it. We want to make sure it's magnetic for the display mode, and FMS coordination, I'll make it synced, that's fine. Go back here, GNSS, enabled. Select space-based augmentation system, I'm gonna not touch that. VOR usage, yes. DME is on, correct. IRS is not gonna touch that. Pausing it, we'll get there. Root menu, never mind that. Database, never mind that. Can I actually enter this location? I'm just curious. KPDX. Okay. Defaults, don't worry about that. Alright, let's go pause init, and we're in Kilo Papa Delta X-ray. I'm gonna put that there, and we're gonna grab our GNSS1 position, and we're gonna put it over here, and more or less matching the coordinates with our database. That looks good. For our flight plan, again, we can get this from SimBrief, am I correct? I think we can go over here. Where is it? Flight plan. Send to flight management system. Okay, and I'm gonna, as I said, delete the battleground because I don't really care for overflying the battleground of VOR. Or we can keep it there and we'll just give ourselves direct after. That's fine. That's fine. We'll go departure. Let's actually get the weather first. Make sure we're good to go with 28 left. So let's go flight plan. What was it? Aircraft. Somewhere I had the weather. KPDX as of, so Toronto time, I subtract 4 for Zulu. That 1553. So that's 1153. So that's very old. Let's go by Navigraph. I'm going to come on the side here. Weather. There we go. As of 1653, which puts us at 1253, which is about 40 minutes old. Winds are completely calm. Altimeter 3008. Fuel clouds at 4,000. Fuel at 200. 10 statute miles broken. 25,000. So altimeter's 3008. You can bring that out of the way and go 3008. Set left. Set right. All right. Cool. Yeah, that yaw damper bug is really bugging me, no pun intended. What if I go disconnect? Okay. Engage. Engage. No, okay, it doesn't want to take it. I don't think it's related to the IRS system being aligned. You do need hydraulic for that, and our hydraulic is on for 3A. Okay, let's go back to page 1 of the CAS. Everything else looks like normal CAS messages, so we're good there. Let's go departure. It's going to be, oops, not secondary, legs. Nope, not that either. Departure arrival. Okay, go legs. Where did all my my cancel mod? Hold on. We have it over here, but status, pausing it, flight plan. Wait, where did that go? We have it on the FO side, but not on. Okay, cool. I'll just send it to FMS again. So we're gonna take the Portland 2 and off runway 28 left, no transition. We're going to execute. I should have actually checked it before I execute. That's my bad. We're gonna go over here, battleground, put it there, execute. Let's get our OFP routing. So 28 left, direct battleground, then the Juliet 1 Seattle, and the Juliet 1 consists of, I guess, Alder, and then Seattle, and then Payne VOR. And then we're going to join the Grizz 7 for 26 left. I love the 26 left approach, because you have downtown Vancouver on your right side there, and it's a beautiful Pacific Ocean coastline in the background as you land towards the west. I've been to Vancouver once in real life, and I landed 26 left. And I actually have that trip report on the video with a Air Canada 787-8. Whoever's interested in real-world trip reports, if I may say so myself, I'm pretty proud of my trip reports on my channel. They came out pretty good. But that was the very first one I made. So check that out if you're interested. We're going to go arrival Grizzly 7 from Payne. And it's a pretty short flight. Should I just do I know CFI always does it later, the runway, but should I just do it now to get it over with? 26 left. We'll give ourselves vectors. Do I need it from METAU? Let's see. Charts. Close that. Charts. There we go. Now it's loading from FMS. Star. Gris 7, 26. We'll chart that. We'll pin that. Approach. So the Gris 7 is bringing us for 26 on a downwind. So do we need to load it from anywhere? The 26 left from Savid. So 26 left. You could do it apparently from Savid. Where's the transition for the approach? Vectors. Doesn't it let me load it from Savid? Okay, fine, just vectors, I'll take it. We're on a downwind anyway, so I don't really care, but I'm just curious why I can't. So we're going to be basically doing a left downwind for 26 left. And now before I execute that, at least that much I will do. I'm going to, sorry, not that one. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to go plan, and just step through it real quick in the MFD advanced page. We're going to go next. So let's get the SID out again for you guys. Go back here, go to Portland 2 departure. So it's supposed to be off 28 left climb, heading 283 to 800. That's it. And then we'll vector ourselves to, we're going to skip battleground, pretty much go direct to the next waypoint. So interesting how the MFD advanced page doesn't want to scroll through. Some funky stuff going on today with this. But we'll just check it like this. So battleground, we're going to skip that. We'll probably give ourselves direct Alder. And then, yeah, it doesn't want to work. It should be scrolling through in the MFD advanced, but anyways, we'll just check it from here. So after Alder, Seattle, then we're going to clear that discon to the Payne VOR and join the Gris 7. That's looking good. Then we're on the vectors after Pemzu on the downwind, and looking good from, oh, it already loaded it from Savid. Okay, cool then. I'm happy with that. I'm going to go ahead and execute that. Just out of curiosity, on the right side, would it work the way I'm used to it working? Just out of curiosity. Okay, let's see if it's working on this side. MFD advanced. Okay. Well, CFI would probably know why, but I'm just going to ignore that for now. Alright, bring this back to what I want. Like that. Cool. And for our loading, we can... Droodles, what's going on, man? What's going on, guys? For our loading, we're going to go aircraft. Let's see, performance. Actually, we can actually go directly from the flight plan, right? Set fuel and payload. So according to my OFB, I'm going to pull it up on the side here so I don't keep switching it on you guys and make you guys dizzy. I need a total of 6,900 fuel. Our alternate is going to be Charlie Yankee Quebec. I gotta look up what that is. Sounds familiar. That's not Kelowna, is it? Might be Victoria, maybe. But yeah, cost index is 12 and 280 on the cruising altitude today. And the weather actually refreshed as well. So that's the new METAR, and we got the altimeter setting good. And Vancouver's looking 230 at 8. Good. So pretty good. We have some cumulus and altocumulus cirrus, but the altocumulus is traced, so I'm not too much worried about convective activity in Vancouver. We got 20 statute miles visibility, absolutely gorgeous. Set hit payload and fuel. I saw this aircraft shake, which means it is loaded in now. Performance. And yep, it's already there, and we are basically over here around, what is it, 15% on the CG, and 67, what is this, by 2, so 68, 70, 72, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 66, 77. What a weird scale on the chart. But I'll estimate around, yeah, it says right here, 70,000, 750 pounds. Cool. We're going to copy perf data into the FMS, and we're going to go index and perf init. Cruising altitudes today, 280, flight level 280 there. Alternate cruising altitude, if we're not going to use it, but just for completeness, 140. And zero fuel weight, according to SimBrief again, just to cross-check that, 61.5, which is beautiful. Next page, ISO deviation on today's flight is +5. And for our wind data, we're going to go, for the climb, we'll give it 128 at 15. So what do you guys use for this? Because I usually come here. I know this might not be the right thing to do, but where do I go? Flight plan, view OFB, wind information. So I just kind of take the average for a climb. Like for example, I'm using 200, 128 at 15. I know that's probably not what you're supposed to do, but for top of climb, I'm going to use 280 where we're cruising altitude, 129 at 29. I know, what's his face? Flight Dig to Sim does it that way for the 7.3. Top of climb, 129 at 29. And these are true, not magnetic. And descent, again, I'll take the average sort of on the descent, say 200 or 1, yeah, we'll do 150, 220 at 11. Again, a lot of this stuff in the aircraft, we're not using VNAV, so I don't really care much. It's all manual. 220, 11. It matters more when you're VNAVing it. 220 at 11. That looks good to me. And reserves on today's flight, again, I don't want to keep going back and forth, so I'm going to look on the side here. I'm going to do final reserves plus the alternate, 2.6. 05. 2605, good. Taxi fuel, I need 500 pounds. Good. So that looks good to me. And we're going to go VNAV setup. So 290 target speed on the climb. Do we have any restrictions? Let's go charts. SID, Portland 2. So again, it's pretty much runway heading. Climb heading, assign heading for radar vectors to assign route, fix, maintain, assign altitude, expect fall altitude. Okay, so I'm just going to give myself our final cruise altitude here because there's no restrictions really. I want to go all the way to 280. No ATC today. So I'm going to go boop, boop. .280 set. And runway heading 283 to 800. 283. Let's set 283 as well. Set. Good. And then that looks good there. And do hit that like button if you're enjoying it. The stream, it is 4th of July. Welcome, guys. Our data, our IRSs are aligned now. And that yaw damper thing is really bothering me. Come on, yaw damper. Go on. I'll try engaging it. Maybe, how about this? Hydraulic pumps all on. I don't think this matters. But I know CFI said there's some sort of a bug with the... I'm just trying to recall what the bug was. Like, is it on and it's just showing me that it's off? Or is it off, but it's also off and it's not engaging? Or how many times does a man have to engage yaw damper? Oh, there we go. Thank you. So for whatever reason, I had to turn on all the hydraulic pumps to make that go away. But whatever, we'll take it. No more yaw damper cast message. Check. Cool. Let's go to our VNAV cruise 300. That's standard stuff. And then on the descent, 290 and 250 under 10,000. And that looks good to me. And then let's get our performance, and we're gonna go dry conditions, flaps 8, and it's gonna be V133, VR135, V2.1.47. We're gonna set all, and that is there. 133, 135, 147. The Portland elevation today, or every day, is 31 feet. So we're gonna go 1,050 pretty much for our MDA. $1,050 set left, and boop. Whoops. Boop. 1,050 checked. And then I'm gonna go over here and make sure everything's okay. I'm gonna turn on my whatchamacallit, standby radio. And for whatever reason, my little armrest went away. Okay, cool. Let's have a little look-see outside. We'll call the boarding complete, which it is. We're gonna go reset position. And then what's the CTAF frequency here? CTAF KPDX. And let me just make sure no one's messaging me here. Good. Good. Okay. Travis says, safe travels. Have a great flight. Thank you so much, Mr. Travis. Appreciate ya. Good. Look at that. We are half professional CRJ pilots. Joking. Just wait till you see my takeoff and what a mess it'll be. 7.4 in the takeoff trim. I believe I can go ahead and set this now. 7.4. So we have hydraulic pressure. 7.4 is set. Cool. We're chilling now. We're going to go over here. We're going to actually confirm my fuel on board, which is 6.8. That is what I need. And I'm going to go over here and turn on the fuel pumps. Looking good. And let's fire up the APU. And I usually like to close up all my doors first. I'm going to go aircraft, passenger door closed, cargo closed. Everything else closed. And cool. We're gonna go parking brakes. It's already engaged. And I have it binded. Yep, my binding is working good. I'll turn this on for you guys so you can see my flight control as well. Alright, YOLO. Hopefully we're good to go. I hate how I keep touching this stupid armrest. Come back. Thank you. Fuel pumps on. Let's go passenger seatbelt signs. Ding dong. And for no reason other than me liking to do this, like a little kid, our chimes are working. And let's start up the APU. Let's look for the bite test. APU in bite. Load control valve open, shut off valve open, checked, and we're going to start it up. And let's Boris Audio Works it. Alright, the CTAF frequency here is 123, what does this VATSIM say? 123.775. So I used to, along with a lot of other streamers, always do it from here until SimCFI said it's easier to do it from here. 123775, and I don't even need the decimal. So I'm going to go here, and then Unicom is going to be 122.8. Boom. And we can try a radio check, but likely no one's online. Let's see. What are we? Jazz 103? Portland traffic Jazz 103 radio check. Thank you. All right, good. And nav, we're going to put it auto, but for when we're doing the ILS, just 26 left, we'll go manual. Aside from that, ladies and gents, we are good to go. Let's go. How do I check my APU here? I guess it's right here. APU door is open, 100%, good. All the bleed valves are automatic, so we don't need to worry about that. We're going to go over here, and we're going to go windshield heat to low. Looks good. And yeah, hopefully if I'm forgetting anything, chat can help me out here. Flight directors can go on as well. Flight directors are on, and we can keep it in roll and pitch for now, and then once we toga it, it'll say takeoff, takeoff. Good. So let's do a quick brief and we'll get the heck out of here, shall we? Before y'all go about your business for your 4th of July plans. We're gonna go airport. Not approach, airport. 10-9.
Traffic, Ridge Jet said Papa Whiskey. 800 climbing 14,000. Departing the area to the west. Last call.
See ya. Alright, I'm not going to make a call for the pushback, and we'll just pushback nose right. So he's taking 28 right, we'll do 28 left. We'll go pushback nose right and hop onto, enter Bravo, from Bravo 6 onto Bravo, and line up and wait Bravo 8. Takeoff is going to be Sid Portland 2. So we're going to go one-way heading to, we'll pretty much give ourselves a nice little, since we're just going straight out one-way heading, I can take my time. But it's going to be heading 283, which is set, and we'll go all the way up to 280, which is our cruising altitude. So we are on the Portland 2 departure. Chart, where's the chart label here? Chart 10-3 Delta, dated 25th of October 2024. Got some terrain on the area. MSA on our departure directions 3,500, which is actually lower than the other side. Good. And we're going to vector ourselves to the first waypoint, which is, so again, we're going to forego BTG. We're going to take Alder, and we're not going to put it, if I put it here, I believe it goes behind us, correct? I think we're supposed to put it here in this aircraft. So we're going to take Alder, put it there, and then give ourselves direct. So it's going to be initially speed mode. We'll climb out at 157 plus minus, or plus 15-ish, or plus 10, 167-ish. And then I say all this in the brief, but really what's going to happen is I'm going to freaking speed so quickly to like 180. Always happens. But we'll try our best here to do it properly. Cool. And then we're going to climb to 280, give ourselves nav. 600 feet autopilot on, or we can keep flying if we're feeling spicy. And then 1,000 feet, which is 1,099, bugged up, we'll 1,099 or 1,050 correction. We'll start accelerating, clean up the flaps, climb thrust, and good to go. We have some takeoff obstacle notes off runway 28 left standard with minimum climb of 375, which according to our speed will be around 1,100 to 1,250 feet a minute, which we can do. This aircraft's a beast. Let's go back to airport charts. Airport charts, good. Let's go. We're gonna go trucks removed, aircraft, and we'll actually get rid of the AC power here, and we're gonna make sure in our systems elect page. So APU gen is on the bus. Good. Beautiful. Let's get out of here. GSX. Prepare for pushback and departure. Back to charts. Nose right. Just for funsies, let's check our our oxygen.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Just Me says, hello, hello, boss. How are you? I'm good. How are you, sir? Welcome, Just Me. Happy Friday, my friend.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Okay, thank you. Okay, just appear out of the wall, won't you? Why is my truck still there? Hold on.
Locking gear.
Aircraft. Where's trucks? It says removed. Okay. But oh, now it's gone. Okay. Thank you. I really like these early streams. Good enough oxygen. Yes, oxygen's good. Here comes the push. Pretty soon here. And as briefed, it's going to be charts. Nose to the right.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes. Released, sir. You're clear to push.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright, we're going to be starting engine number, or in CRJ they call it, I guess, right engine followed by left engine. Okay, starting engine number 2. Correction, right engine. There goes the packs, good. We're looking for 20% ITT 180, which the ITT is not modeled, that's fine. I'm going to unlock this. Okay, 20%. Fuel. Last time I accidentally shut it off, so we're going to be really careful here. There we go. Fire in the hole.
Ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention, as we will now display the safety features of this aircraft.
No, this should be SimCFI talking. Actually, no, this is the cabin crew. Never mind.
And tighten the straps. To release, lift the top of the buckle.
Current traffic, Alaska 6266, I'm taking up on the street right cascade, departure, traffic.
Smoking, the use of e-cigarettes, and use of any tobacco products is prohibited. Please take a moment to locate the nearest.
Yeah, we're closer to
you.
28 left, so we'll take
In case
28
of
left.
evacuation.
Alright, cast messages disappeared.
Set parking brakes.
Parking brakes set.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground.
Starting
We
left
have a
engine.
Good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Packs off. N2. Looking for ITT 180, which again, as mentioned, hasn't been modeled yet. 20%. Fuel. Don't shut it off. Simple. Alright.
Is secured and your seatbelt is fastened. Thank you for your attention.
Hold your ears. This might be a little loud, guys.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Thank you.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Well, thank you. We'll look for the pin on the left. Have a good day. Alright, there he goes with the bypass pin. Bye-bye. Take care. See ya. Alright, we got 2 good engine starts. So we can go ahead and... Actually, beacon lights should have came on. That's my bad. So beacon lights are on. We can go ahead and turn off the APU now. It should be, let's see, electric page. So engines are on the bus now. We can go ahead and go back to stat page. Good. Let's go APU power. Actually, I was supposed to do that first, didn't I? Okay. Turn that off, then power. My bad. And over here we can go conditioned air. Good. And prop heats on. And good to go over there. Recog lights on. And let's do a quick rudder check. Flight controls. Rudders. Full right, observe, neutral. Full left, observe, neutral. And I know CFI does this, the rest on the taxi, but I'll just do it now. Ailerons, full left, observe, neutral. Full right, observe, neutral. Elevators, full aft, full forward. Flight control test complete. And we're gonna go nose wheel armed. Good. Let's set our flaps for departure, flaps 8. Good. I believe we are all good to go. Hopefully we're not forgetting anything that's extremely important here. Let's do a checklist. We'll go checklist. So originating, we did all that. That ship's already sailed before start. Passenger seatbelts on. Landing elevation and altimeter set. FMS checked. IRS is aligned. Radios and nav set. Okay, you know what we need to do? Squawk mode Charlie. That's what I forgot. That's why you have a checklist. Takeoff briefings completed. Clear to start. APU. We already did all that. All right. After start, just make sure my hydraulics are all on. Yes, they are. Good. After start, generators, auto. Gens are all on auto. Good. Electrics checked, bleed valves auto. Yep. Packs on. APU off. Anti-ice not required. Nose wheel steering armed. After start, checklist complete. Before taxi, slats, flaps, flaps 8 for takeoff and indicating. Flight controls checked. Trims, green and checked. Where is it? 7.4. Nose wheel, or correction, rudder trim and aileron trim neutral. Thrust reversers, thank you. Checklist armed, armed. Flight instruments checked. Brake temperature. I don't even know how to check that. Where's the brake temperature? Brake temperature doesn't show anything, so I'm assuming it's not hot. Or it's not modeled, whatever. And then before takeoff is next. Alright, and we're not going to worry about any radars today. Let's go. We are on VATSIM, and let's get the charts back out. Charts. We're going to go Bravo 6, Bravo, line up at weight 28 left. Portland traffic, Jazz 103, taxiing 28 left via Bravo 6, Bravo, Portland. Let's go. Parking brakes. Released. Now, usually it should say takeoff config. Oh, yeah, it does. Takeoff config, okay. Good to go. No CAS messages either. And I believe CFI boxes his CAS messages by clicking this stat button, if I'm not mistaken, upon takeoff, before takeoff. Alright, Bravo 6, left on Bravo, line up at weight 28. And CFI always says you don't need that much thrust. This thing automatically starts moving by itself, especially with the anti-ice on, and anti-ice is off right now, but even then with 21% N2, look how it's rolling. It just, and I believe he said that's actually very realistic. And do I need to do anything with the block time? Do I go, what do I do? Does that just start by itself? How do I check my block time here? Alright, let's hop onto Bravo. I can't really see the right side, can I? Clear right, clear left. And we're going all the way to Bravo 8. Let me turn up the sounds a little bit. Alright. Let me know if it's too loud or if like my voice is being overpowered by the sounds, but I don't think so. Alright, N1 89.3, cabins advised, trims are set 3 times for takeoff, flaps are set, departure briefing complete. It's Bravo 8 right there. We're going to go back to our checklist. Before takeoff, lights and strobes. We'll actually line up first, or before lining up we'll hold short and do that. And runway heading is behind us, which is set correctly. This might be loud. Beautiful. Oh, I love the way the brakes feel. I can like modulate them so precisely. I'm just going to hold short here for 2 seconds. Set my parking brakes. Alright, let's get ready for takeoff, and I believe the TCAS is auto engage. Love it. Strobes on. Lights, lights, lights. Good to go. And box our CAS messages by pressing stat. Boxed. And takeoff config is okay. Chime. Cabin crew, please be seated for departure. And manual cross flow to override. Lights and strobes on. Fuel cross flow manual. Flight intends advised. Transponder CAS on. Set. Radar terrain not required. CAS checked. Climb checklist is next. Jazz traffic, Portland traffic, Jazz 103, departing runway 28 left, Portland 2, departure to the north. Portland traffic, Jazz traffic. Let's go takeoff and landing over here, and I'll do it on the vertical stream as well. Okay, finals clear. Let's give ourselves every bit of runway that we can. How do you start the chrono here? Is it this one? Okay, runway 28 left checks. Takeoff, takeoff on the flight directors. Alright, you guys ready? Let's bounce. So we're going to vector ourselves to the first waypoint. There should be a way to do this. I'll just do chrono, I guess. There we go. Alright. Forget about the block time. Let's go, guys. And we're gonna bring it up here to the screw. Stabilized. All set. 80. B1. Rotate. Pitch, 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 all the way, all the way. Positive rate. Gear up. Speed mode. Heading. Heading. Good. Okay, 1,000 feet. Bug up. We'll go 200. Climbing 280. And there's that sync button that he always talks about, but I don't have it mapped, so I'm actually going to go V2 plus 12, flaps 1. And VT minus 15, flaps up. Keep pitching, keep pitching. Climb thrust. After takeoff checks. We'll take that. That was like the best takeoff I've ever done in the CRJ. Everything went according to my plan. Good. And we'll go 250. Smash that like button for that departure. Okay, 250, 5,100 climbing 280. Let's go autopilot engaged. Autopilot checks. After takeoff checks. Oh, there's no after takeoff checklist. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to do it. Auto throttles or reverses off. We'll go recog lights off for now. Manual crossfeed auto. And we'll go give ourselves direct now. Let's kind of right turn here, give ourselves the general direction. We'll go, we're not going to overfly the battleground as briefed. We're going to go Alder. Alder, execute, nav mode. Should take that right turn. Portland traffic Jazz 103 departed 28 left, 8,500 climbing flight level 280. Direct Alder to the north via the Portland 2. Last call, Portland. Alright, we're approaching 10,000. We're gonna go bug it up soon here. $290, 10,000, recog lights off, and we can go. Ooh, there's some clouds over here. So I'll keep the seatbelt signs on for now. Okay, it's not wanting to do what I want it to do, so we're gonna go sync heading mode, left turn. The nav is a little bit iffy on this. I know how SimCFI does it. He gives himself direct again. So we're gonna go direct, direct, execute. Now we can go nav mode. There we go. Alder, direct. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, 10,000, 290 climb. Good. Pressurization. Pressurizing, 4.8 and going up. Cabin altitude, 1,200 checks. Let's see if it intercepts the nav now. Nope. Actually, yes. Is it? Turn. Come on. There we go. You got it. Beautiful. Portland, we'll see ya. Bring the sounds down. Bring you guys back here. Turn that off. Go over here. All right, we're out of here. Seatbelt signs. Off. That was a good takeoff. I'll take that. That was a good takeoff. For me, anyway. Alright, transition coming up. One 7,000 climbing 280. And this is showing to... We want to be at egret for 12,000, so we'll start descending towards there when this says 2,600 feet a minute required. Okay, transition. Standard. 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 And let's switch over to Unicom. 122.8. Portland traffic, Jazz 103, flight level 195 climbing, flight level 280. Portland to departure, direct Alder to the north. Last call, Portland. Cool. Yeah, 290 climbing, and then we'll go 300, Mach 0.74. And 18.7 is going to be my next frequency for the CTAF in Vancouver. That's it. Flight level 230, climbing 280. Yeah, egret you want to be around 12,000 for 250 on the speed. So right now, if you see it wants 500 feet a minute. We're gonna wait till this says 2,600 feet a minute, and we'll start down at thrust idle 3,000 feet a minute. Oh man, look at that. Print screen. Beautiful. You just got beautiful mountain peaks everywhere. Love the Vancouver area. Okay, flight level 270, 1,000 feet to go. Oh, now it wants to work. For whatever reason, that scrolling through in the MFD menu wasn't working before, but now it shows our flight plan perfectly. It's all set up for 26 left. Alright, we're going to start rolling back the throttles a little bit here. Alt cap. Alright, we are cruising, Mach 0.76, 300 indicated. It's going up a little bit, so I'm going to roll back the throttles ever so slowly here. Just a little fine tune. Still going up a little bit, so I'm still going to bring it back a little bit. Alright, cool. So, for the approach, it's going to be weather, weights, plates. Let me actually bring down the speed just a little bit more. The throttle, rather. So it's funny for cruise, it's bugging, it's wanting me to bug 88.9, but really, 82 is even making me accelerate. Let's see, it's kind of keeping it there now. There we go. Ever slowly decelerating. Alright, we're happy there. Hopefully the packs are having a good time. Alright, we're going to go weather, weights, plates. So let's get the weather down in Vancouver. As of 2 p.m., so 23 minutes ago, it's 240 at 6 knots, variable 200 to 270 checked. 20 statute miles visibility, fuel clouds 4,000, fuel clouds 22,000, temperature 18, dew point 13. It's kind of cold in Vancouver, altimeter 3001. So 3001, we'll get that written down so I don't forget that. 3001. Okay. And we're planning 26 left. So we got the weather. What's the weights gonna be? We'll go performance. Takeoff landing. Runway 26 left, conditions dry. Refresh METAR, good. 66.5, that's our landing. We're expected to land, currently we have 4.8. We're going to land with around 300 pounds less than our, well, what's our current gross weight? I know it says it somewhere here. Where's our current gross weight? Let's check the speed as well. Mach 0.7. So it is increasing a little bit. Actually, it's seeming to keep it. I'm happy there. I'll keep it there for now. We're not really over speeding or anything. Yeah, where's my... do you guys know where it shows my gross weight by any chance? Is it in perf? Yeah, there we go. So we're 66.3, and we're gonna deduct basically 0.3. So we're gonna land with like 66, I'll call it. Good. VREF. I don't know if does CFI do +5. We'll do VREF +5. Reversers dual. Calculate. So all we need is that much, eh? We need 3,000 feet, and we have 12,000 foot runway. So with a VREF of... Where is my VREF? And we're keeping 0.76. Slowing down very slowly. Maybe I'll put a little bit more... actually, I'll bring you guys here so you can see me always manually adjusting the no auto throttle. There we go. A little bit more. N1. Alright. So if I go back here to performance, return to load sheet, I'm assuming that this takes into account the VREF +5, correct? So 142 for landing should be linked, right? All right, so 142 is our VREF, or correction, VAP. We're gonna go charts. We're expecting, let's make sure all the constraints are in the box as well. So egret, you want to be at 250 knots, and we're speeding a little bit, or not speeding, just increasing in speed a little bit. So I'm gonna bring down that. Doodle says, I just saw a video on Lufthansa 777-9 not ready yet till still in stage of being off, putting engines on and a few other things. The 777X you're talking about? Nice. And liveries? Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that thing in real life operate for sure. I'll spot it coming into Toronto. Top of descent is coming up. So for egret, it's saying 1600. So we're going to start down when it says 2600. So we still have some time. And I'm going to adjust the throttles ever so slowly here. Very little. Good. So egret 250, 12 and 10,000 checked, and then you want to be at GoVav 8,000 or above, and PEMZU 3,000 or above, max 210. GoVav 8,000 or above, PEMZU 210 and 3,000. And for our ILS approach to 26 left, it's India Foxtrot Zulu 110.7, so we'll manually tune that when we're ready. So if I go nav, radio, so right now the nav will make it, so we're on GPS mode, auto. I'll tune it when I get a little bit closer. And the course should automatically be set as well as 263. The minimums are 207, so I'll set that now. not the altimeter simple, the minimums. $210. Set my side. Set on the FO side. Good. So right now it wants 2,000 feet a minute at a 2.4 degree. We want to go 3 degrees. Around 2,600, we'll go thrust idle. 3,000 feet a minute, and that should work out pretty well. So let's do a quick brief. We are going on the Grizz 7 arrival from the next waypoint we're going to is the Payne VOR. We're expecting, so it's going to be chart 10-2 Echo, dated 17th of February 23, effective 23rd of February 23. We're overflying the Payne VOR from the south, and we are joining the arrival, and the constraints are as briefed. We're going to go Payne, Bezov, Egret, Govav, Kepgi, Pemzu, and that's going to be vectors, and it's going to bring us on a left downwind. MSA in the area 7,800. Beautiful VFR. And we're going to join from the downwind, vector ourselves to the ILS 26 left, which is over here. That is, hold on, let me just make sure I'm good with the speed, and 2,200, almost ready to descend. We're actually going to select down to 12,000, 2,000 for Egret. Good. So we're expecting ILS 26 left into Vancouver today. Chart 11-4, dated 16th of February 2024. India Foxtrot Zulu 110.7 is the localizer frequency. We're going to tune it in when we get closer. Final approach course 263. It should auto-tune. Climb to 420 in case of missed approach. Climb to 420 feet on runway heading 263. Then climbing left turn to 2,000 feet and outbound. Intercept outbound radial 283 of the Yankee Victor Romeo Vancouver VOR radial 283 outbound. Climb to 3,000 to Georgia, however you say that. And it's going to be a direct entry and non-standard left turns on the hold. Shuttle climb at Georgia to 4,800 before proceeding on course. Glide slope check at Dutum, which is 6.2 DME. Touchdown zone elevation 13. And I'm going to start down pretty much now. It's 2,500. We'll call it good enough. So let's go vertical speed, thrust idle, 3,000 feet a minute. And for our VNAV, descent still 290 on the target. So we're going to bring that down, 290. Alright, FMS1 VS, check. 3,000 feet a minute, checked. Vancouver traffic, Jazz 103, currently past the Payne VOR on the Grizz 7 arrival for the downwind ILS 26 left approach. Vancouver traffic. Alright, thrust idle, 3,000 feet a minute. Good. So as we said, touchdown zone 13, and so the MSA is based on the Vancouver VOR. So from radial 270 and that way, our MSA is going to be, oh, these are all inbound. Okay, so basically, yeah, 6,800 is our MSA, and we're expecting approach lighting system with sequence flashing lights and PAPIs, and the minimums are 207 set, well, 210 we'll call it, set left, set right. And look at that, thrust idle, 3,000 feet a minute. It's keeping the speed perfectly. Any questions? No questions, no threats. Identified, just look terrain, but it's a beautiful VFR day and not a lot of ATSM traffic, so should be good to go. All right, we'll go checklist, descent, landing elevation, set, fuel. We got pretty well balanced, around 40 difference between left and right. It is overspeeding a little bit. It wants for egret 2400, so I can actually bring that back to 2800 feet a minute. And TCAS is set, radar not required, CAS messages are checked, landing data set, both sides, approach briefing complete, descent checklist complete before landing to go. Skymaster, what's going on, dude? Welcome, welcome. Let me go. Happy Friday to you. Mitar CYVR. I was gonna say happy 4th of July to Skymaster, but he's from Toronto, so I guess happy 4th of July anyway. We're gonna go 250 for egret, so not quite there yet. I believe SimCFI said when you're around 13,000 feet, 12,000 feet ish, you can start changing vertical speed to 1,800 feet a minute. And altimeter is 3001, so transition. Let's go 3001. And 3001 over here. Set 3 times. Go back to my chart. Star. There we go. Vancouver traffic, Jazz 103, 15,900 descending 12,000 by the Gris 7. Currently about 10 miles to the south of Egret for the ILS 26 left approach, Vancouver traffic. Looks like we have someone online actually. Ooh, 133.7. We got center online, so we're gonna have ATC 133.7. Vancouver Center, good day, Jazz 103, 14,500 descending 12,000, negative ATIS. We'll get the ATIS now.
Jazz 103, Vancouver, hello. ATIS Vancouver now is Whiskey is.
We'll get ATIS. Whiskey, okay.
3001, runway 26 right. Go ahead and descend 10,000.
Okay, we'll pick up Whiskey, descend 10,000. Any chance for 26 left for Jazz 103?
Jazz 103, I expect 26 left.
Appreciate it, Jazz 103, 26 left. Alright, descending 10,000. Good. Alright, now I'm going to go 1,800 feet a minute, and that should help me slow down to 250. Beautiful. Yeah, I really didn't feel like dealing with a
598, climb flight level
with a runway change there.
390, Jazz 590.
You just picked up the CRJ, yikes.
Jazz 103.
It's just really fun once you learn it, man. It's really fun. They're using DABTC reg, which is 747.
103, plan the RNAV, runway 26 left approach.
Okay, RNAV 26 left approach, Jazz 103. RNAV, eh? Okay, departure, arrival. Should I ask for ILS because we're already briefed and everything? Ah. Jazz 103, any chance for ILS 26 left?
Okay, Jazz 103, plan the ILS.
ILS 26 left, appreciate it, Jazz 103. Yeah, I really don't feel like screwing something up by trying to like fiddle with the charts and rebrief and all that. But technically we should be able to handle a runway change, but this control is super nice. Alright, we'll keep the ILS as briefed. Makes my life easier. I could have done it, but what were you saying, Droodles? Is number 747?
103, turn right, heading 350, descend 3000.
Right, heading 350 down to 3000, Jazz. 103. Let's give it some thrust, and we'll actually go speed mode. We'll descend 250. Thrust idle. Down to 3000. And it looks like he's gonna vector us to Savid. So I'm gonna go ahead and slow it down now. We'll go maybe 210. We'll get some spoilers out to help us slow down. Number for 747-400, they're saying they will be taking 747-400 out of service and replacing with the 777X. Nice. Well, not nice, because I do like the 7400, but we still got the 800, right? Alright, I think we can pretty much switch it over to the...
Jazz 598, Seattle Center is offline. You can switch on those frequencies now. Have a good rest of your flight.
Thanks for the help. We'll see you, Jazz 598.
263. So we're going to actually tune into ILS 110. So we're in heading mode. We're going to go nav, manual, 110.7, 110.7. Good, and we're slowing it down nicely now. And we're gonna go checklist. 263 is the final approach course, by the way, but and since we're on heading, we'll actually go green needles now. And we'll go 110.7, 110.7, 110.7, 263 on the course. I hate this. Spoilers retract.
Jazz 103, turn left heading 290.
Left heading 290, Jazz 103. Alright. Manual tune 110. Why does it not want to identify it? What if I go auto? No. 110.7. Should be correct. Maybe we're still far out. Final approach course is 263. Okay. 263. 263 set left, set right. Interesting how the loc doesn't want to be identified yet, eh? Okay, 1,000 feet to go, and actually lights. We forgot to turn the landing lights off. RIP. All our lights are on anyway. Cool. And strobes are on. We're gonna go passenger seatbelt signs on, and pressurization. I forgot to check that. And we're gonna go from Savet 263. Can I sequence myself? Alright, here comes the localizer. India Foxtrot Zulu identified. Good. Final approach scores 263 set.
Jazz 103, fire from the intercept, cleared the ILS runway 26 left approach.
Cleared ILS 26 left approach, Jazz 103, thanks. Alright, Loc 1 armed. Actually, we'll just go approach mode from now. We are 15 miles out. I'm comfortable with no false glide slope capture. So we're going to go approach mode, glide slope, Loc, glide slope, armed, and we can slow it down to around, we'll get our flaps out. Maybe flaps 1 and slow it down. 142 is our final approach speed. And speed checked for, we can go flaps 8. Yo, just landed in Fredericton here for the landing. Hey, what's going on? SimCFI. VATSIM tried to change it to RNAV, but I was like, there's too much going on. Can I just have the ILS? And luckily he's a nice guy and he allowed it. Alright, Loc 1. Give it some thrust here. 1 dot above the glide slope. We can go ahead and go gear down. Reversers armed. Where's the cabin? Please prepare for landing cabin. Record, replay, good. Takeoff landing in the vertical stream as well. Good. Speed. And flaps.
Vancouver Center, November 058, Sierra Bravo. Now with you maintaining the
Flaps 45.
Flight with departs from horse ride.
Glide slope captured.
Depart from Squamish to
Little slow correcting.
Tacoma. We are crossing horse ride to Lionsgate.
Alright. You literally got to juggle everything.
Baron November 058 Sierra Bravo, Vancouver Center.
Missile
Hello.
approach altitude.
Squawk 03.
We'll call it 3,000 for now. 3,000 set. Alright.
Squawk 0343.
Landing checklist.
8 Sierra Bravo.
Flight attendants advise passenger sides on thrust reversers armed, landing gear down, flaps indicating 45. A little bit slow correcting, and let's set the final approach speed per performance.
Number 8 Sierra Bravo identified 4,800. Traffic at your 11 o'clock from your
I think I actually
left
turned
to
on
your
the
right,
wiper.
2,400.
Where's the wiper?
The CRJ
Off.
on
Okay.
final for runway 26 left.
It says 135, we'll go plus 5. So we'll go 140. CFI, do we do VREF plus 5? My heart's dropping at as fast as that speed 10 vector.
Not yet, we are looking for traffic. November 8 Sierra Bravo.
No, we're good.
Okay, 8 Sierra Bravo not below 5,000.
Hey, CFI, the takeoff this time, I think I was pretty, I did a pretty okay job, I think. Can you go back and see the takeoff when you get a chance? Let me know. The only thing I criticize myself is I let it go past VR a little bit before I actually start to pitch up. It was like 10-15 knots beyond VR, my bad. But aside from that, the entire takeoff sequence, I think I've done the best job I ever have in this aircraft. I didn't overspeed, nothing funky. I was pretty happy with that. Nice, I'll go back and watch landing. On no +5 unless it's gusting. Okay, so let's do
Jazz 103, wind 220 at 6, cleared to land 26 left.
runway 26 left, clear to land, Jazz 103, thanks. Alright, autopilot. So remember, we don't have the disconnect sound. And replay is recording. And visual landing.
Number 8, Sierra Bravo, the Vancouver altimeter 3001.
3001, November 8, Sierra Bravo.
1000 checked, stabilized, missed approach altitude, 3000 set. And let's go sync the runway heading as well. Alright, we're pretty much visual here. We're chilling. A little slow, correcting. A little up trim. A little high, correcting. And according to CFI, we need 3 reds, 1 white. We got 3 white, 1 red, so let's correct that. A little high. Good. Speed. Speed.
400.
A little bit of gust, well not gust, crosswind from the left, barely any though. And one thing CFI is I always land side loaded, and this time it's going to probably be no different. Need to get the sight picture correctly for not landing side loaded here. I think we're not side loaded at this point. Alright, 50 feet, eyes down the runway. 30, do nothing. 20, start working the power back. 10, idle, hold it. Alright. Thank goodness the nice controller gave us 2.6 left, otherwise it would have been a shit show trying to change the approach under 10,000 feet and brief RNAV and all that good stuff. It would have been a shit show. Welcome down to Vancouver, that was fun. Left rudder needed. Yeah, well it was a little bit from the left side, right? So the wind. We can go ahead and vacate on the right. Welcome down to Vancouver, guys. Let me stop the actually I'll stop the recording when I get off the runway. That was fun.
Number 8, Sierra
I
Bravo,
love this
altitude
aircraft.
restriction canceled.
Altitude restriction cancelled, November 8, Sierra Bravo.
Turn up the sounds. Should have turned it up earlier. And we'll hold short here. Good. And where's my airport chart? Airport 10-9. Center Jazz 103 clear of 26 left on Lima 2.
Jazz 103, gate 82, taxi Lima, Juliet Alpha, to the gate.
Lima Juliet Alpha gate 82 Jazz 103. All right. Welcome down to Vancouver's. This was super fun. Why is the approach mode still on? Can I deselect that? Yeah. goes back to pitch and roll. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's all she wrote. Stop the recording. Let's see. Checklist after landing. APU will hold on that transponder. So do I go standby? Well, I'll wait till I get to the gate, right? Slats and flaps. 0. Lights set. Probes. Probes off. Oops. There we go. Cool. So it was Lima Juliet Juliet Alpha. Sorry, 1 sec, SimCFI. I'm just so busy. I'm juggling like a clown right here. Lima Juliet Juliet Alpha. Hold on. Make sure we don't screw up the taxi here. So Lima, right turn, and then it's gonna be Juliet, which is here, and then Juliet Alpha is all the way to the other side. Okay, good. Cool. Let's check out chat. Don't matter where it's from, need the nose center, whatever that takes. Oh, because you're saying I was on the right of center line, so I needed left rudder? Okay. Looked good though. How you like the new flight model? Well, I can't really judge the way you can, but I mean, I changed my sensitivity back to nearly 0. And center confirmed, Jazz 103 clear to cross 13 at Lima.
Jazz 103, affirmative, cross 13.
Cross 13 at Lima, Jazz 103. Alright guys, hectic but fun. This aircraft really makes you work, and I love it. I like to do everything the hard way, so I think I'm perfect for this aircraft. I haven't landed in Vancouver in so long. But yeah, I changed all my sensitivities to around, it was 15%, but I changed it to like 4 or 5%, something like that. And yeah, it's looking good.
Here, bro, Roger.
Hey, chat. SimCFI said my takeoff looked good, and he's not one to bullshit you. So if he says it looked good, then I'm super proud of that. Yeah, usually I freaking overspeed it and all that stuff, but I really briefed it this time, and I wanted to make sure I get it right. And also, when there's no VATSIM, I feel a little less, a little less pressured, so I can actually focus on flying the aircraft. Okay, now stop yapping. Let's go to the correct gate here. It's going to be left turn on Juliet, so I guess we'll cross hotel here and then left turn on Juliet. Late rotate as mentioned. Yeah, that's the only thing. But yeah, appreciate it, man. What's the what do you call it? What's the turn time in what's the what do they call it? Downtime? What's the turn time in Freddy until you come back? Coming back today, right? Or are you overnighting in Freddy? It's the end of a 4-day. Oh, you were on a 4-day? Damn. So 3 hours, then deadheading home. Are you deadheading home like on Jazz as well, or something else? Ooh, we'll take this, chat. 1.07 Gs, 201, perfect, we'll take it. I don't really care about the FPM, but 1.07 Gs, so we'll take it. Probably needed a little more crosswind correction because I felt the left wing start to raise, so I had to give it a little bit of that. But Air Canada Max, the sardine. What's the sardine variant? All right, Juliet Alpha should be on the other side of this building, so that side. Gate 82 he gave me, so we can go charts parking. Oh, 82 is all the way on the other side. Okay. 3 and 3, no business class. Oh, okay. They only have two like it from Swoop. So all the other Air Canada Maxes have business class. I've never flown on 7.3 Max or 7.3 in Air Canada. This is the reason I wanted to fly to Vancouver today. It's so nice. Now I gotta go back to work. Let's check my emails. I wanted to squeeze in a 4th of July stream for you guys. Hi Ariana, followed up internally with Parks regarding okay, cool. Let's see, we are right turn here, correct? And 82 is going to be all the way around. Oh yeah, the chrono. We forgot to stop the chrono. Hey, CFI, how come this ET thing doesn't work?
Vancouver Center, West
If I want estimated time, like I clicked ET, and shouldn't it start counting? Or do I need to press something else after?
112 cleared to Calgary on the...
And then the other question I had for you was the yaw damper disconnect.
Departing runway 26
We were
left,
struggling in when we were setting it up. I kept pressing disconnect, yaw damper, and the cast won't go away. And then as soon as I turned all the hydraulic pumps to auto, then I engaged the yaw damper. Then the cast message went away.
Departure, blank line route.
So
departing runway 26 left, squawk 1423.
Westjet 112, reback is correct. Pushback and startup are approved at your discretion. Call this frequency for your taxi.
We'll call 120 for taxi, thanks.
Vancouver Center, United 420 with you, flight level 330. We're about 40 miles north of YCP.
United 420, Vancouver Center. Hello, welcome.
clock should have worked. Haven't had a problem with it. It starts weight off wheels. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yaw damper might need hydro. Yeah, so I had the 3 alpha. I had the 3A pump on. It didn't want to work. As soon as I put all of them on, I was able to engage it.
You're leaving my airspace to the south. You switch to the en route frequencies now. Have a good rest of your flight. Bye-bye.
I think we should go this way, right? For 82. Probably a SimDog? Okay, because I remember you saying there's something with the cast message and the yaw damper and it causes the autopilot not to engage, something like that. I was trying to remember what you were saying, but we figured it out ultimately. I don't know why I had you guys on display mode. Hopefully I didn't have it like that the whole way for landing, did I? Alright, gate 76, what else? Where's 82? Gate 79, okay, I see the crew somewhere there, so as SimCFI says, start the APU. APU in bite, load control valve and shutoff valve open, start APU. Now where the hell is 82? There's 80. SimCFI says bug is with the turnaround state, yaw damper is off but no message about it. Oh, okay, okay. So you'd think that it's on but it's not. I got it. There's 81. And APU 100%. Beautiful. I love how quickly the APU fires up in this aircraft compared to like the 320 and all that. And boy, you're not kidding about the inertia on this. Like, idle thrust, it just wants to keep rolling. Alright, we'll call it good there. Welcome down to Vancouver, y'all. Parking brakes set. And we'll go ATC standby. And APU bleed is automatic. APU is on, so I can pretty much shut it off, right? Cool. Engine 2. Off. Whoops. Off. Engine 1. Off. We'll wait for 5% N1, which, how quickly, or N2, sorry. No, 5% N1. Okay. Already shut itself down quickly. So we go beacon lights off, and strobes were off. Good.
Boarding requested.
Alright, got you guys here safe and sound. Happy 4th of July. Oh ho ho, we'll take that parking job too. Good stream, I'll take it, good flight. Wants me to open up all the doors and all that good stuff. We'll set the chocks. Open, 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 open.
Passengers, the boarding started.
And Jazz 103 signing off. Thanks so much for the ITC today.
This 103, thanks for flying. Bye.
Alright, cool. We'll go ground power. Look. It's still on the APU gen. Does it prioritize that one over this? Shouldn't be on ground power. It's connected. Let's see, let's try again. Meh. Cool. Whatever. And we got the FSimStudios scenery. This was the first scenery I ever bought for Microsoft Flight Simulator. First one ever. Inside the terminals are not modeled, but it's not an expensive scenery. Really good on performance. And if you guys know me, I love my ATC tower when it's modeled inside, but... And we got beautiful Vancouver downtown over there. I love flying into Vancouver, so nice. So nice. Got the little construction area here. Let's disconnect off VATSIM actually before we forget. Disconnect. Cool. Yeah, thank goodness he didn't insist on the RNAV. Such a nice controller. He's like 2.6 right. I'm like, any chance for 2.6 left? He's like, sure, expect RNAV 2.6 left. I'm like, any chance for ILS 2.6 left? He's like, okay, ILS 2.6 left. Oh, actually, I forgot. This the main terminal is modeled, guys. We got Timmy's over here. And Camden Food Co. I'm not sure if that's realistic or not. Probably is. But yeah, welcome down to beautiful Vancouver, British Columns. We'll take a quick screenshot from here as well for the Discord. Print screen. There we go. Guys, if you did enjoy that content, I really do appreciate a thumbs up to help the YouTube algorithm push it to more people. after I'm offline. I'd really appreciate it, guys. Danger, no de-icing fluid in this area. You don't want to get de-icing fluid in there, whatever that is. Kaylin, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. Alright, pretty much done deboarding. Let's check out the replay, shall we? Let these guys drive away. Usually I just reset it, but today I was feeling like a... Let's put the cherry on top of a good flight with a complete deboarding. There's 19 passengers left. Where are they? Okay, right here. Take care. See ya. No, this is 2020, Kalen. 2020. 2024 pisses me off, man. This hat switch, I can't get it to unmap for some reason from 2024, and it's just stuck on a right panning mode. So as soon as I enter the flight deck, it just goes like this, and I can't stop it. But I should be able to fly the Phoenix in 2024. That has no issues. So. Oh, this guy's Michael Jacksoning out of here. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Whoops. Okay, we'll call that a successful deboard. So, so let's see. We go GSX, reset position. We're gonna close up all our doors. We're gonna close that. We're gonna remove that. We're gonna remove the chocks. Make sure we're looking good, because every time I accidentally leave everything open for the replay. Let's get the jetway out of here. Doesn't really matter, but whatever. I'm flying the 777-200 LR. Where are you going? Long haul? A cool route is the one I did in real life, guys. It's Zurich to Toronto in the 777-200 LR with Air Canada. And I have it on the channel. If you guys are interested on the trip reports, I worked super hard on those videos. A lot of editing goes into it, guys. So I'd really appreciate whoever wants to support the channel to watch some of my trip reports. It's under... Hold on, let me show you guys. It's all right here under the trip report playlist. Playlist. Where is it? Trip report. Right here. Oops. Don't want to get copyright stuff. But yeah, we got... The first one, ironically, was 787-8, Toronto to Vancouver. Then we did Air Transat 321-200, right here, from Vancouver back to Toronto. Then we did 777-300ER from Toronto to Rome. Then this one's the most popular for whatever reason. To me, this one is my best work, but they're all good in my opinion because I worked super hard on them. But the Venice to Toronto one, A330-300, is super popular on YouTube. Well, relatively speaking for a small channel. I'm not saying it's got like hundreds of thousands of views. It's got like 10,000 views-ish. And then Toronto to Vienna in the 330-300. And then Austrian. This one's underrated because for whatever reason the algorithm doesn't push my European trip report, but I think it's a pretty good trip report if I may say so myself. Vienna to Geneva in the Austrian 195, and the landing on that was absolute grease. The greasiest landing I've ever experienced. You're doing YYZ to Cattle. Okay, nice. Are they landing east or west in Cattle right now? Atlanta. And yeah, so 777-200 LR we took from Zurich back to Toronto. So do check these out. I still have to do 2 more. Toronto to Athens and Athens back to Toronto in the 777-300 ER. But yeah, I'm not sure when I'm going to get a chance to get that one out. But it's definitely on my to-do list. So if you like trip reports, do watch those. Let's get the replay and we'll get out of here. I'll let you guys go on about your day. And I got to go work. Here, replay. We'll go all the way here.
Don't sink. 1,000.
Spur flaps. Good. And reversers. Let's have a look.
The use of any tobacco products is prohibited. Please take a moment to locate the nearest exit to you. In case of an evacuation, leave all your belongings behind. Lighting across the floor will indicate the pathways to the exits. In the unlikely event of a drop in cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop from above. If this happens, pull down on the mask, place the mask over your nose and mouth, slip the elastic strap over your head, and breathe normally. In case of a water landing,
SimStudios CFI says you gotta come where?
secure the vest around you and pull on the red strap to inflate it.
To Expo next year, bring business cards. If I'm not busy with school, man, the contract says you get off December 24, 25, and 26. That's it. And they encourage you to fly on those 3 days as well if you feel like you're behind. So yeah. Ugh. I would love to though. If I do get a chance, I will. If not next year, then the year after that, 100%, because I'll be free. 100%. Kaylin says they're making me land 9 left. 9 left in Atlanta? They don't have 9 left, do they? Maybe they do. Oh yeah, 8 left and 9 left, yeah. So that looks pretty smooth. We will take that. We're gonna go back. Let's watch it from the other side as well.
Airport data at this position. Services are not available.
That's pretty much looking at, I believe it's Richmond area. Oh yeah, that felt realistic. I'm better able to judge how realistic it looks when I look from the outside, just because I got that plane spotter sense in me from spotting these so many times coming into Pearson. Let's have a look from the outside. But yeah, the new flight model does feel beautiful to fly. For whoever, oops. For whoever wants to, is considering to get this aircraft, 100% recommend. And use SimCFI's, I believe, Contrail discount code. You'll be helping his channel. And he's put a tremendous amount of time working with the developer to fine-tune the flight model for this. So do support SimCFI as well. I'm sure you guys already do and know him. So let's have a look at this. The side load is always an issue for me. I called it even before I landed. I knew it's going to be like that. But if we just ignore the side load for a sec, let me just see how the flight model coming in. I'm looking for it to kind of like not be too floaty. Oh yeah. See that wing drop, or I guess the right wing drop from the left wind. I had to put opposite aileron, but yeah, to me that looks great, man. Let's have a look from here as well. Let's see how it looks from the outside from this. Oh, look at that view. Gorgeous. Alright, flare around, I guess, 20 feet. Boom, hold it, hold it. Yep. Yep. More or less looks like what I see at Pearson. Just continuously coming down and no crazy float or anything weird in my eyes, at least anyway. And I just want to get a quick look at the landing gear. See how when the lift dumps, how it, ooh, that looks sexy. Hold on. Let's go over here. We'll look at it from the other side because I got a little lift off there because I didn't put enough aileron correction early enough, I guess. But I just want to see how the struts compress. Yeah, so as soon as the lift dumps, they compress nicely. I love it. So far so good. Looking good. Happy 4th of July again to all my American friends, and your SimCFI, thanks as always for tuning in. Enjoy your deadhead back to Toronto. And yeah, I gotta go work, and then I gotta go to the East End after this. I got a long drive ahead. So take care, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Friday, and smash that like button on your way out. I really appreciate it. And let me just have a quick look at Sim Toolkit Pro as well. So Sim Toolkit Pro gave me minus 198. What's the G's? 1.01 G. So it's a smooth landing. On center line, around. Why is there 2 extra markers? So that should be 1,000 footers, right dead smack in the center and on the 1,500 footers. So not floaty either. If it was the old flight model, it would have floated with the same inputs. It would have floated, and probably touched down somewhere here. So beautiful, love it. Close this, close this, close this, go here. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your Friday. I appreciate you for tuning in, and I'm gonna do some plane spotter point of view while the music's rolling, and we'll get out of here. See ya. I'm out. Take care.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony, until one day a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
Like a phoenix, you burst in. you Thursday.